Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Lord of the Rings on Prime announcement video, whatever you want to call it. I assume that you've already seen it, so I hope you don't. Actually, I wasn't able to upload my immediate reaction because copyright and whatnot. But this second one first looked like, to me, almost like the desert. Whether or not we're going to be seeing the desert remains to be seen. Here, I thought it was a bit weird, obviously hearing the Ring verse not being actually being read aloud by Kate Blanchett, but perhaps it is the new Galadriel actress. We'll have to wait and see on that one. And this wave here, my immediate impression was that this was going to be the wave that sinks Numenor, okay? And then this final bit, of course, nice to see the Ring script in its fullest extent here, and then you get told that yes, it is indeed of the Rings of Power. So what can really be gleaned from that? Well, the fact that it's called the Rings of Power, that does kind of date it. We know that the Rings of Power, the great Rings of Power, if you like, they began to be made in Eregion from the 1500th year of the Second Age onwards. But I think Sauron came to Eregion in 1350, there or thereabouts. So that certainly has like if that's the main focus of the series, then that's quite interesting. So what I'd imagine where this is going to go is you're going to have a build-up to the war of Sauron versus the Elves. So in that, you're going to have, Gil-galad, Elrond, Galadriel, they're all going to be involved. Indeed, Galadriel is going to live in Eregion for a time. You can have Celebrimbor in there too. But at the end, it's actually the Numenoreans that come and help them. So as a build-up to this climactic bit, you're probably going to have an increase in tensions in the south. Sauron's been wandering around Middle-earth, seeking for his purpose, and then he goes to Mordor, sets up. I can't remember when Barad-dûr was finished. Maybe it was about 1000 of Second Age, sorry. And you're going to have this friendship budding between the Dunedain, who have just sailed back to Middle-earth. They've rediscovered their ancient lands from which their forebears travelled from, and then they're rediscovering their friendship with the elves in Middle-earth. So that's going to be quite interesting. We're going to have a lot of common characters that we know from Lord of the Rings proper. And we're going to see the formation of the Rings of Power. But I don't think that's going to be the only thing that we're going to see, because of that wave. I mean, maybe it was just water cooling the forging of the rings, but to me, everyone thinks of Numenor and the wave that sinks Numenor. That seems like it's kind of going to be a thing. I'm hoping it's going to be a thing. Whether or not the series stretches the entirety of the Second Age, probably maybe not in the first season, but because it's called Of the Rings of Power, that all kind of happens in the first half of the age. So that leaves a lot of time left for them to scope out. And then really the final thing I can think of from the top of my head is the pronunciation of Mordor, or Mordor, as the narrator just said there. And that is actually, if you think back to Sir Christopher Lee playing as Saruman, he said it exactly like that. And that is how you're meant to say it. It just becomes a bit tiresome to say. But yeah, Mordor. Now, I think that could be a good sign of them actually reading some source material. But if I just show you guys what I'm looking at, if I just scroll down the comments, there are some people that are not really quite as optimistic. There's a lot of apprehension here, and really, I'm going to look further into this. Up until now, I've had quite a surface level of intrigue. I'm going to look further into this, try and gather more points for commentary. I hope that this apprehension that people feel can be kind of soothed, just with some logic. Maybe there is some light at the tunnel, and at the end of the day, we don't know until we see the finished product. So I'm not really looking forward to it, and there's nothing else really to say. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going with Gandalf. Gone with Gandalf. Good day.